This is News 3 Now at 10.
And thanks for joining us tonight. While fall sports throughout Dane County are not happening as normal due to the pandemic, elsewhere throughout the state they are entering their opening week.
Adam Dexter joins us live from Prairie du Sac with how high school football was made possible there this fall. Adam?
Well, it certainly took a significant amount of planning to make tonight's game between Sauk Prairie and Baraboo a possibility. And while it might look a little bit different, those in attendance tonight say they're just excited to see football. Referees, pom-poms, and motivational posters. Tonight's Week 1 matchup for the Sauk Prairie Eagles has all the things high school football fans are used to, even though this season will be anything like normal.
It's been amazing, right? I mean, the fact that we were allowed by our school board and our superintendent to put that work in.
Principal Chad Harnish says this year Eagles players will get 4 tickets each, with the away team getting 2 per player. And while getting to this point has involved a number of challenges,
it's been a daunting task, right?
It means everything for seniors like Naomi Breinig, who tonight will have a chance to watch her twin brother Isaac play.
I know he's excited. He's been looking forward to this all summer. They worked really hard for this, so to finally get out here and get a chance to play, even if it's just one game.
And while it means social distancing in the stands and trading in the megaphones and noisemakers for masks, those behind tonight's game say it's a start.
I'd love to have it full and people screaming, but that'll come later.
And Activities Director Josh Boyer says for those players, in addition to the physical activity they're getting from tonight, they're also getting a heightened sense of belonging to something, which will help with their mental health too. And as for what actually happened on the field tonight, Zach will have that later in sports.
Adam Dexter live in Prairie du Sac tonight. Adam, thank you.
Today's COVID-19 case count, one of the highest Wisconsin has seen since the start of the pandemic. More than 2,500 new confirmed cases, 40 of those linked to UW-Madison. Statewide, the positivity rate dropped by about a percentage point to 16.6%. The 7-day average sits just below that at 16.5%. Countrywide, the U.S. reached another grim milestone today, surpassing 7 million confirmed cases. It took the U.S. just 25 days to record another 1 million cases after marking the 6 millionth case back on August 31st. It's been just over 8 months since Johns Hopkins recorded the first U.S. case of COVID-19. That was January 22nd, and since then, more than 203,000 Americans have died.
Let's go to weather now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at our first warn forecast.
We're talking temperatures being much warmer as we head into the weekend. Then it's going to be a big change in the weather pattern as we move into next week. Check this out. Temperatures are much warmer than they were 24 hours ago, especially towards the north and west. Madison, Black River Falls, some 19 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. Camp Douglas is 16 degrees warmer. That's where temperatures are still in the 70s. And even we are still in the 70s, or at least near that, throughout parts of south central Wisconsin. Janesville at 70, Monroe at 67, Mineral Point coming in at 68. There are strong thunderstorms up throughout northern parts of the state. I do not anticipate those impacting us here at all. Madison is also at 70. Winds are out of the south at 13. As long as we keep that southerly wind flow around, that means we stay warm as we go through the overnight hours. 67 by 2 o'clock, 66 at 4 o'clock in the morning. Those temperatures are typically where average high would be for this time of the year, but we are turning colder in that extended forecast. I'll have those details in just a bit.
Chris, thank you. Protests are happening in downtown Madison tonight. It's the local response to a grand jury decision in the Breonna Taylor case. This week, the jury indicted one officer, but not for her killing. The group of protesters marched down John Nolan Drive earlier tonight, and they've been in the State Street and Capitol Square area ever since. Protests are also continuing today in Louisville. Among the people at those rallies there, the father of Jacob Blake. He was asked why he was in attendance.
I had a overwhelming obligation to be here and support this family because, like it or not, we've been bestowed the job of carrying on.
CNN reports the police officer who shot Jacob Blake 7 times says he wasn't just defending his life. He was afraid Blake was trying to kidnap a child in the back seat of the vehicle. Officer Rustin Shesky's attorney says Shesky heard a woman say, quote, "He's got my kids, he's got my keys." The attorney said in an exclusive interview with CNN, if Shesky had allowed Blake to drive away and something happened to the child, quote, the question would have been, why didn't you do something? The teen accused of killing 2 protesters in Kenosha is fighting his extradition to Wisconsin to face homicide charges. 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse's defense attorneys intend to argue that Rittenhouse should not go back to Wisconsin to face his charges. The judge is granting the defense an additional 14 days to review paperwork and prepare for the next court date in October, which means Rittenhouse will remain in custody in Illinois for now.
More than a dozen people displaced tonight after Milwaukee home caught fire and flames spread to 2 neighboring homes. The department says the first fire was reported about 3:30 this afternoon near 33rd and Cherry Streets. That home became fully engulfed and spread to the neighboring homes as well. All of the residents are accounted for, but as we mentioned, 16 people are now displaced. And check out this video. This is out of Wauwatosa today. A car causing significant damage to a home after it crashed through the front wall. Witnesses say the car went through an intersection, hit a small tree, and then launched off a small hill and right into that home. The driver was taken away in an ambulance, but witnesses say they appeared to be alert. Wauwatosa police say no one in the home was injured. Starting on Monday, the city of Madison lowering the speed limit on parts of East Wash. Depending on where you are, the limit will either be dropped to 25 or 30 miles per hour. According to the city, 2 people have died, 41 injured in traffic crashes on East Wash between 2014 and 2019.
New tonight, city leaders have announced the first round of appointments to Madison's newly formed Civilian Oversight Board. The appointees were chosen from a list of 27 people picked out by 9 community organizations. The mayor and council also each get to appoint 2 people. We have their names posted on our website, channel3000.com. The Common Council still needs to confirm all of the appointments, which is expected to happen early next month. And for the first time in history, UW Health's MedFlight has an all-female helicopter crew. The crew is comprised of a pilot, flight physician, and critical care registered nurse. They say they are grateful for the opportunity and hope their story can show young people that your gender doesn't have to define your career. Women make up 40% of the MedFlight transport team. And new tonight, we are seeing the surveillance video showing the moment a Milwaukee man entered Miller Park and went on a little joyride. The man wandered through an open door onto the field and eventually found a tractor.
Yeah, I do have the officers en route, but now he's driving. What is it, like a tractor, you said?
It's like a front loader tractor. It's like a John Deere tractor, yeah. I'm assuming they left the keys in it or something, because obviously this isn't normally an issue, so, but yeah, he went out to the field, saw a tractor sitting there, jumped on it, now he's driving around.
For 8.5 minutes, cameras followed the man as he rides, ripping apart the field, causing an estimated $40,000 in damage. He only stops when the tractor appears to get stuck just behind the mound. The suspect was later arrested and charged.
Father Mike Burke, the decades-long chaplain to the Badger football team, formerly of St. Maria Goretti Parish, was laid to rest today. Father Mike served as pastor at Maria Goretti for 21 years. Today, it is there where people from all walks of life lined the street to pay their respects as his body left the church. And Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg making history even in death, today becoming the first woman and first Jewish person to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. Only 38 people, including Ginsburg, have received this honor since the practice started in 1852. Ginsburg died last Friday at the age of 87 after serving on the United States Supreme Court for 27 years. And President Trump plans to announce his nominee to replace her tomorrow. And today we're learning it will likely be Amy Coney Barrett. That's according to multiple Republican sources. All of those sources did warn, however, that until it is announced by the president, there is always the possibility he could make a last-minute change. Barrett was seen at the White House on Monday and Tuesday this week.
We are just a few days away from the first presidential debate. Excuse me. Crews are currently putting together that stage in Cleveland, Ohio. Earlier this week, the topics of the first debate were released, and they will be the Trump and Biden records, the Supreme Court, COVID-19, the economy, race and violence in our cities, and the integrity of the election. It will be moderated by Chris Wallace and will air live next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Governor Tony Evers has ordered flags to be flown at half-staff tomorrow in honor of the silent procession ceremony that will honor firefighters who lost their lives while working. The executive order also calls for flags to be lowered on October 10th in honor of Wisconsin's Firefighters Memorial Day. A new Madison police canine officially got his badge today, but it's who Canine Domo represents that has the community celebrating his arrival. He was named after Dominic May, a 5-year-old boy who died in a car crash in 2018. Dominic had a special relationship with Madison police, especially former police chief Mike Koval. He wanted to be a police officer when he grew up, so after the accident, Koval made him an honorary one. Now Dominic's family, who raised the funds to get Canine Domo, is making sure his legacy of wanting to help people lives on.
About 150 Wisconsin Army National Guard soldiers returned home yesterday. This after a year-long deployment to the Middle East. The troops are in the 829th Engineering Company. It's based in Spooner and Ashland up north. The company deployed back in October of last year and served at 21 bases across 7 countries, including Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. The Guard says its mission at those bases was to improve existing facilities, complete construction projects, and deconstruct facilities that are no longer needed. The U.S. Navy Blue Angels flew over their home city, Pensacola, Florida this morning, a tribute to the people of the city and the resiliency of the community after Hurricane Sally. That hurricane made landfall a little more than a week ago now, September 16th, near Gulf Shores, Alabama, causing extensive flooding across the southern part of that state as well as parts of the Florida Panhandle.
Still to come tonight, we'll get a look at your full weekend forecast, and then high school football is back. Our first installment of Prep Mania is coming up next.
Why do we offer so many active safety features on our Chevy SUVs?
Oh, yeah. All set.
Ready, Freddie?
Because we're not just engineers.
Call us when you get there, okay?
Slowly.
I'm going slow.
We have families, too.
Get 15% of MSRP cash back on most 2020 Equinox models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. Plus, current GM owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Come in today for Rubens' annual leather event. Rubens has received generous discounts from all our fine leather suppliers. Natuzzi, American Leather, and many other manufacturers have allowed Rubens to give you up to 10% off on all leather furniture. Rubens' downtown store and Westside store have many pieces that are available for immediate delivery. Remember, all interior design services are complimentary. Stop into either Rubens today for our leather event.
We're back.
We got Untitled food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, sponsored by the Wisconsin Beef Council.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
The chief actuary of the Social Security Administration just released an analysis of Trump's planned cuts to Social Security. Under Trump's plan, Social Security would become permanently depleted by the middle of calendar year 2023. If Trump gets his way, Social Security benefits will run out in just 3 years from now. Don't let it happen. Joe Biden will protect Social Security.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Uneven surfaces are a major hazard to your family, friends, and employees. Don't risk another fall. Let Concrete Lifting Technologies raise up your pavement. Our minimally intrusive process uses polyurethane to level sunken concrete and provide an even surface. Plus, this process is a fraction of the cost to replacing your driveway. Concrete Lifting Technologies, Southern Wisconsin's premier concrete leveling specialists. For a free estimate, contact us today.
What do an all-weather rifle and a caramel pecan Kringle have in common? Both were past winners of the Coolest Thing Made in Wisconsin contest.
Join us Saturday morning for an exclusive preview of this year's finalists, only on News 3 Now at 5 and 8.
It is the tale of two seasons as we move into this weekend. Summer for Saturday, fall-like temperatures begin to arrive as we move into your Sunday. Check it out. Tomorrow's highs will likely be up around 80 degrees, partly sunny skies, and a strong breeze that'll be coming out of the southwest. But by Sunday, we're not getting out of the 60s. Those chances for showers will be around. We'll also see a little bit more in the way of cloud cover. Here's a shot of our downtown skyline from afar right now. This is actually our station tower camera. One thing it was able to show earlier today that you can't see right now, of course, because it's dark, was just the color change that we've seen in the leaves out there. That's hard to believe. We're already in this time of the year for 2020, but here we are. 70 is our temperature right now. You see those winds out of the south at 13, and you see that camera also shaking in the wind. But the fall color report continues to come in, and especially throughout northern Wisconsin, we've seen those colors pop. This picture came in from Hurley earlier on today, just showing you how things are looking in northern Wisconsin, and all of that is slowly working its way down towards the south. Speaking of northern Wisconsin, by the way, that's where we've seen some stronger thunderstorms. In fact, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for the eastern half of Vilas County as we speak. Those showers of thunderstorms should truly remain to our north. We're staying quiet here throughout south central Wisconsin, but we remain under the influence of that strong southerly flow that's really going to work to keep those temperatures warm as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. But there's a cold front just back towards the west. That will help set the stage for changes coming in as we move later into the week. We'll see those lines of showers popping up as we get into tomorrow night and Sunday. Then it's the wraparound showers that are going to be with us Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That likely comes with cloud cover, and the models are at least trying to show the first mixings of flakes into the rain for northern parts of the state by the time we get you towards later on this week. I don't know if I buy that just yet, but let that be a testament to the push of colder air that's working its way on into this part of the country. This is just Monday. This is the first shot of cooler air coming our way, but watch what happens for the middle and end of next week. That cooler air not only moves in, but it settles in by the time we get you towards the second half of next week and into next weekend. We're talking that whole first week and perhaps even second week of October, featuring temperatures that are well below normal. Keep in mind, our average high temperature is around 68. We're talking a far departure from 68 degrees. But that being said, enjoy the warmth this weekend, hour by hour, as we go through the rest of tonight. We'll see those lows come down to about 62. Tomorrow, we're at 74 by lunchtime, and then we will top out around 80 degrees. Again, that strong southerly wind will be with us. Then here we are moving into Sunday. Those clouds are on the increase. Here comes that shower potential on Sunday. It's going to be a thin line that moves out of here rather quickly, but temperatures do come down step by step as we go through the days next week. We're talking highs potentially around 53 by the time we get you towards next Thursday, and Thursday night and next Friday, we're talking temperatures perhaps into the mid-30s. Buckle up, folks. Roller coaster season is here, and whether you like it or not, we are along for the ride, so enjoy it however you can.
We made it. It's officially week 1 of the high school football season. A little later than usual, but it's here, it's back, and we're ready. Now, both Randolph and Johnson Creek were coming off pretty good years, and both were primed to take that next step, which is why it was a no-brainer to make it our game of the week, and that's where we find our own Melissa Kim. And Melissa, I hear there's a lot of celebrations going on tonight.
There was definitely more than one reason to celebrate tonight, Zach. I'll get to that in a second. But, you know, these stands behind me here were full earlier tonight. So you can just tell how much high school football means to this Randolph community. And they were definitely looking forward to this particular game against Johnson Creek because, well, Johnson Creek shut them out last year. So let's check out what the 2020 version of this game looks like. So head coach Tom Chase told me before the game, or told me after the game, rather, that 8 players were out due to exposure to COVID-19. They didn't find out till yesterday. So a lot of younger guys stepping up. Braden Hafley there, the 11-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Teets to put Randolph up first 6-0. Then the defense stepping up big time too. Benjamin Schmucky for the safety, 8-0. Randolph opening up that lead a little bit more. Then later, Hafley again. This time a 43-yarder and a first down to Sam Grieger. That would eventually lead to this handoff to Matt Dykstra, the opposite way for the 20-yard run. That would eventually lead to another Randolph touchdown. They would be up 14-0 at that point. This is all still in the first half, by the way. A lot of Rocket points in the first half. Later, Halfley again. This time, he finds Zach Paul. That one a 15-yarder to keep the drive going. And then he will find the handoff to Logan Vandergalen. This one a 10-yarder into the end zone. 48-6, the final score. Randolph wins. They get their revenge. And the big message tonight, yes, a win to start off the season is great, but these guys just feel so lucky to be playing football right now.
Very special because a couple of our starting linemen got taken out of school because of COVID, so we had to put a couple guys that usually don't play there and put them there, and they did very good.
These seniors have just busted their tail, and they've been working, and I've been here for 2 years, and they worked before that really hard, and they worked for this goal, just to come out to play and compete, and they've done that. So, and I'm so proud of them. They are such an amazing group of kids, and I love them like they're my sons.
And, you know, the team did honor their seniors tonight because even though it is week one, they just don't know how much longer they might be playing. So that was the celebration. The other celebration, it was Coach Tom Chase's. As the guys told me, it was his 29th birthday, Zach. I think we're going to go with that for now.
Happy 29th birthday, Coach. Thanks, Melissa. Sauk Prairie opening up the season on their brand new field hosting Baraboo, and the Thunderbirds struck first. Luna Larson calls his own number, and the quarterback shows off his wheels. 55 yards to the house. Baraboo takes a 7-0 lead. Now Sauk Prairie would get it going in the second quarter. 4th and 9, they're going to go for it. Ethan Gibbs finds a wide open Owen Deal who gets the first down. Sauk Prairie would get a field goal out of the drive to make it 7-3. Now just before the half, Baraboo trying for 3, but Kyle Brining says, not on my watch. He blocks the field goal, but the Thunderbirds would start 1-0. They get the win, 21-3. And still to come, it's a week one rivalry. How Mineral Point made the short trip to Dodgeville and ran wild. That's after
the break. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Real customers are experiencing a real difference with Spectrum Internet and TV.
The speed is insane. It's always right there. Just boom.
It was easy to connect all of my devices, and I was able to find a plan that was affordable for me.
I'm saving money, and I'm even getting more speed.
Get the speed you need to do all the things you love on all your devices with Spectrum Internet, delivering the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. Switch now for $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
With Spectrum TV, the picture quality is incredible. I feel like I'm in the movie.
The amount of stuff available on Spectrum On Demand is just never ending.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
Spectrum gives me the best deal no matter what.
Every day I'm saving money.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Ask about our easy self-install options to install your new services yourself. Call 833-918-4499.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
But they've got the experience. I'm still in shock 3 or 4 years later that we're in this position now.
November can't come fast enough because there are families that need help now.
There is no good reason, if you are able to vote, not to vote.
We need to, right? We need to have individuals that are in office like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Good governance makes a difference.
To the thousands who did not vote, we need you to show up for our future and for our country.
That's right. You cannot sit on the sidelines. You got to get in the game.
Your family has a wide range of personalities. And so does ours. With Volkswagen's wide range of SUVs, you can all ride together. Or not. Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing for 60 months on 2020 Atlas Cross Sport models.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
Join Anytime Fitness on Tuesday, October 6th during our 12-hour sale and literally only pay what you can. It's our way of helping you get back to making healthy happen. Pay what you can on Tuesday, October 6th at Anytime Fitness.
From the Senate parlor at the Wisconsin State Capitol, our visit with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on the next For the Record.
Sunday morning at 10:30, sponsored by MG&E.
Donate your winter coats to Coats for Kids.
The first 2 years of the Travis Winkers era, Darlington reached the level 2 of the playoffs. Now, normally that's good, but this is Darlington. The standards are higher than most. And in week 1, they got a good test to see where they stand right away with River Valley in town. The Blackhawks were 1 win away from playing for a D4 championship, and they struck first. Will Bailey rolls out and hits Tyler Knockreiner 40 yards on the pitching catch. River Valley goes up 6-0. But after that, it was kind of all Darlington. Easton Evanston plunges in from 2 yards out to tie the game up at 6. And then in the second quarter, the Redbirds were back on the attack again. Braden Davis finds Carter Lancaster. He finds the end zone. Darlington gets the win, 34-21. They're 1-0. What better way to kick off the season than with a rivalry game, right? Just 9 miles separate Dodgeville and Mineral Point, but lately this rivalry hasn't been much of one. The Pointers have won 5 straight, but you don't have to tell the Dodgers that. They're playing like it's 2014. How about this start? Snap rolls into the end zone, and Noah Hines is Johnny on the spot. Just like that, it's 6-0 Dodgeville. But then Mineral Point woke up. Will Straka running like they chasing him. And nobody's going to catch that man. He goes 95 yards. Pointers take a 7-6 lead, and they weren't done. It's now 13-6 later in the quarter, and Donovan McVeigh changes position quicker than a scared politician, and he gone. Mineral Point rolls 47-12. Cambridge trying to make history this season and win their 4th straight conference title. First step is taking down Partyville on the road. They're down 6-0, and then they went to work. Trey Colts gets to the corner and scores to put the Blue Jays up 7-6. The Bulldogs would answer in the second. Peter Frey sets his feet and chucks it deep to Ryan Jacobson. He dives in for 6. Partyville goes up 12-7. But Cambridge and Colts would always have an answer straight up the gut for another one. Cambridge gets the win 45-24. Now the Brewers and Cardinals played 2 today. We'll show game 1 since it was the better one. Second inning, Eric Sogard drops down a little blooper, part of a 2-run inning for Milwaukee. Then in the third, Christian Yelich. He's up and he sends one into the cardboard mosh pit in center field. That's his 12th homer of the season to put the Brewers up 3-0. They'd get the win in game 1, but they would lose in game 2. And that's it for week 1 of the high school football season. We're going to do it all over again next Friday night for week 2. We're back after this.
During Joe Biden's 47 years in Washington, Made in America was replaced with Made in China. Biden's bad trade deals put China first, and American workers paid the price. Millions of jobs lost to Mexico and China. Donald Trump is the jobs president. He helped create millions of jobs. Factories returned. African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and women saw record gains. President Trump will always put America first.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
We love our new home. There's so much space.
We have a guest room now.
But we have ants.
You're slouching again, Ted.
Expired. Expired. Expired.
Thanks, Aunt Bonnie.
It's a lot of house. I hope you can keep it clean.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save a lot of money.
Oh, Teddy, did you get my friend request?
I'll have to check.
Aunt Joni's here.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Today, I stand here to announce my bid. I'm pledging that everyone gets 35% off store-wide, and you can get an extra $100, $200, or even $300 Because at Steinhoffels, the more you buy, the more you save. So come on down to Steinhoffels and exercise your right to quality furniture.
When I grow up, I want to be an expert in something. I want to know what it would be like to make a difference. I want to be a part of something bigger, to help people, to change lives. When I grow up, I want to show the world that anything is possible. But now I know that making a difference doesn't take much.
It just takes me. Join our team. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my 2 little boys. I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance that covered them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months, you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this healthcare in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable healthcare. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Go to Amazon.com/skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
All right, Chris is here. One final check of the forecast, and at least, one more good weekend here, Chris.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Tomorrow, those temperatures top out around 80 degrees. Enjoy that. It's going to be breezy. Winds will be strong out of the south, but changes arrive by Sunday. We're staying in the 60s. We'll see that chance for some showers around as well. It'll likely be Sunday afternoon. We keep the showers for your Monday and Tuesday, along with slight shower chances for Wednesday and into Thursday. But we're talking one of those patterns where cold front comes through, then you get the wraparound moisture from the north and west, and then it is cloudy and gloomy as these chilly showers kind of pop up here and there, but it does not rain all day. That's the expectation for the middle of the week. Fingers crossed, though, that we at least see a couple of rays of sunshine in the mix. By next weekend, temperatures begin to move back up towards the upper 50s to right around 60. But one thing is for sure, fall has arrived.
All right, Chris, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good and have a great weekend.